now we're moving to Industry 4.0 and 5.0, right? Artificial intelligence. And if we define it, best definition is them as a service. It says computer systems that turn information and data into knowledge. That should worry you and also excite you, because in a way, that's what we are, right? You're here because of your knowledge. And there are other reasons, right? And generative AI that creates information and data, content, telling stories. This is also amazing because I can use that to shortcut my work and I can write my book much quicker. But do we want the human narrative to be told by a machine? Do we want politics to be influenced by what machines tell us? Fake videos, engineered information? Probably not, but what is the best way forward? So Expedia has an app where you can do your next travel search. This is about going to Maui. And you can just ask the question, and the AI of Expedia, that's part of the app now, will put together a travel schedule for you. And you can drill deep and say, I want it to be much cheaper. I want to sustainable hotels or whatever. It makes all that stuff for you. What it did before, but much more entertaining. And then it creates a travel schedule where you just have to click and buy the whole thing. That's, of course, what Expedia wants. And then we have this, Salesforce. So basically it allows you to go into your CRM and find out the leads. Right? That's what Salesforce Einstein does. Because, yeah, it's basic, right? But powerful tool. And this is what I do with AI. We can't compete with intelligent computing. We can only compete with human intelligence, which everybody knows does not just involve computing. You get the point. I use it to make up my videos and make me look better. I don't know if that's better, probably not, but it certainly is weird. But AI is the new electricity. It's that big. Some people could say AI is the new printing press. It's one of those big steps in history. So we have to think about what that means. And as we're moving to that future, of course, right next to that is green is the new digital. If you take the two together, you have your business model. Everything is going to go green and sustainable, and AI will get us there. That's basically, okay, that's the next 1,000 unicorns right there. But to get there, we're going to need standards and understanding what we want and who is in charge. And how do we deal with side effects? The side effects of social media: manipulation, bias, lies, distortion, untruth. Nobody's looking. Basically, the social networks like Facebook makes $150 million per day in profit. And it says the side effects are not our concern. The government should take care of it. That's not good. We can't do that with AI. We're going to have to be a little bit more forthcoming than that. Right? So I use ChatGPT to figure out what I should say and talk to you about. So I went to ChatGPT Pro and I asked the question, how can we balance the power of exponential technology such as AI with our desire for collective human flourishing? And it gave me some interesting answers. Ethics, regulation, oversight, transparency, decision-making. It told me things that I already was looking at, but it was a nice, interesting summary. Didn't invent the world, but hey. So I got reminded of things. So sustainable development, long-term planning was interesting. So I use it for that. And that gives me ideas, for example, on how to write. So I would recommend you try this and figure out some answers from ChatGPT. Bottom line, however, is this is IDC research showing basically what's happening with artificial intelligence. We're using most of the tools with IA, not with AI. Right? IA is intelligent assistance, better software, in other words. Not intelligent in the human sense. So we have all these things like improve efficiency, improve customer experience, improve this, increase innovation. Nuts and bolts. That is the next 5 years. When I use technology that is better than before, it is no longer stupid, but it certainly isn't human. It's just better software. So intelligent assistance means all of a sudden you can do your robotic process automation, you can do your analytics, you can do all that stuff much better, and that is a good thing. So that's the low-hanging fruit, I think, for the technology industry. The other thing that's happening is that we're seeing the improved efficiency of people working. So you see here, lawyers, paralegals, bookkeepers, up to 4.5 times as efficient using AI. And again, this could be interesting. We're saying, oh, that's amazing. I can be 4.5 times as efficient. Stuart Russell at UC Berkeley says 10x as efficient if we use the tools correctly, which could result in 8 to 10x increase of GDP in 20 years. $13.6 quadrillion dollars. So it's not surprised that everybody is on this topic, right? Because that's like, wow, quadrillion dollars, that's a good target, right? So really it's about this. In the end, we have this problem. It could be a present, it could also be a bomb, because the bomb could mean, hey, if I'm more efficient, I work for a telecom company, let's fire 60% because I'm so efficient. Machine can do this, routine work, right? Basically. Not so good. Or it could lie, right? Of course, ChatGPT is full of hallucination and BS, right? So I ask it about myself being an AI expert, and if I probe long enough and I ask hard enough, it will actually generate wrong links to my scientific research reports. Would say Gerd wrote an article on AI in XYZ journal, you click on the link, page not found. That's not unusual. That's because it's a learning model. It's a language model, right? That basically combines words. So that we have to keep an eye on. And really what's happening here is that the biggest problem is that artificial general intelligence, or AI, and language models isn't made to show the truth. It is made to show patterns and results. It does not know how to estimate. It does not know the truth. If there's any such thing, it would be even hard for humans to know the truth, right? But truth and reality is not part of the program, not at all. It is about giving an answer as quickly as possible. That's it. The most likely answer. Like a fancy parrot. Very fancy parrot. Useful parrot. But truth is not part of the equation. If we want that, we have to put it in. And that is clearly going to be a challenge, because it's also about control. If you're looking at this chart, literally right now, about $200 billion have gone into AI, basically progress in capabilities, and very little has gone into what's called alignment, being able to get things together to be humanly useful. This tiny thing here, that's about work, control, ethics, military, security, safety, very little money going. But that's obvious because the money is here, right? But that's not going to work. If we do this, we get social media times 1,000. And this is why we have the current debates about how we can actually deal with AI without destroying it and without having too many negative consequences. So people think of ChatGPT like a human-like thing because it sounds so human, but it really is just a box. It's a giant algorithm. We have to understand this. It knows nothing about real life. Nothing. It knows everything about data. There is a vast difference. Machines don't think, they don't understand, they don't care. And they shouldn't. What machines are very good at is simulation. A simulation of empathy or emotions or compassion is not the same than empathy. It is a simulation. Blade Runner 2049, you've seen the movie. The guy falls in love with his girlfriend, a hologram. Right? He buys a fancy device, brings her down into the room. She's even better than before. She can instantly change her dress and so on. Power goes out, she's gone. So, yeah, it's a simulation. It's not real. It's just a simulation. And we have to understand what that means here. Trustworthiness, transparency, accountability, those are human things. If we want that, we'll have to find ways to put that in. Not into the technology, but into the framework. Technology is morally neutral until we use it. And the more technology we use, the more we have to think about that, because it's going to be absolutely everywhere.